Hey there, welcome to First Glance with Jody, Vance. These are my favorite episodes when I get to speak with the guru himself, Equity.Guru's own Chris Parry. Hello there, my friend.
What's up, Miss Vance?
Definitely not the markets it would feel and seem.
No.
I need to talk to you. Can we talk?
Sure, let's talk. Let's do it.
Okay.
Break it down.
Where are we at? Let's start there. Don't even tell me where we've been. Tell me where we're at. What's going on?
All right. Well, where we're at is everything's more expensive because we're in an overemployed market where everybody's got their choice of jobs all of a sudden and can ask for more money. And those that don't want to pay more money have jobs unfilled, which means products don't go out the door, which means revenues are down, which means they got to charge more to make the same. Inflation goes up, and everybody with all their great new jobs with more money find that they can't actually buy anything extra.
Right. An overemployed market. I love talking with you, Chris, because it does feel weird to say. And in all of the conversations that I have in my many other jobs, nobody has used that term, and yet it makes all kinds of sense. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what sector you go in, it is having impact, whether it's an employment piece, or there's a COVID piece of the puzzle, or people are staying home if they're sick, or they're just done with working, in an environment where the boss just finally said, okay, you have to actually be here physically in the office. And they're like, forget it, I can work from home. Forget it, I'm not going to do it.
I was at a restaurant yesterday, and the waiter was like really, really overworked. I said, man, how many tables they got you working? And he said, 28. Now, of course, 14 of those tables were covered in empty plates and people had moved on, but, he's doing his best. But that restaurant is going to be working at half capacity, right? Because they can't get enough people. And this is really the problem we're in is, genuinely speaking, capitalism only works if there's somebody who will make things for really cheap. And there's other people who will just hang on to their job out of desperation and don't need to be paid too much. The moment you get to a place where it's leaning a bit more towards the worker, capitalism really struggles.
Let's talk about some other struggles, because you and I at Equity.Guru, Equity.Guru, if you're just tuning in on YouTube, you should check out Equity.Guru for all kinds of great intel information. I'm very proud to be a member of your team, Chris, I got to say. We've had a lot of conversations with those in the cannabis lane or in the psychedelics lane, and it was a really sexy place to be for a good chunk of time, but there seems to be a bit of a cull going on.
Yeah, man. Like, who would have thought that you can't make money selling drugs? Like, all of our buddies at college and university managed to do it out of a college dorm closet, and guys with many millions of dollars can't seem to make it work. That's because the rules were sort of thrown at the government by the courts. They said, make it legal and do it quickly. And then the government sort of wrung its hands and said, well, okay, we're going to focus on medical patients, and everyone has to have $25 million worth of overbuilds than what they really need. It can't really make money in this country the way things are standing. So to me, cannabis has been a dead industry for the last 2-3 years. And I've yet to see anybody show me a company that has managed to turn it around.
It's fascinating to me because a friend of mine who really loves his cannabis, and he smokes it, consumes it regularly. And he came over to see me the other day and said, do you want to walk down to the dispensary with me? And I was like, okay, sure. So I walked down there and I was looking at some of the beverages, right? And I thought, oh, okay, well, that's low THC and good CBD. Maybe I'll try, instead of having a glass of wine or whatever, so I said, okay, well, give me 2 of those and 2 of those and 1 of those and whatever, 3 milligram, 5 milligram. People would laugh at me for what I'm buying here, but whatever, I'm a mom.
Start somewhere.
I start somewhere. So, but I'm dabbling, right? I'm dabbling, and I'm the mushy middle. I'm the person that the marketing is targeted at. Right. So here I am, and I'm like, I'll take 2 of those and 2 of those and 2 of those, and I'll try 1 of those, and then and he goes, oh, wait, you've reached your limit, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? He just bought an ounce, and I've reached my limit, with 5 beverages.
Yeah, imagine if every liquor store said to people, I'm sorry, but you're buying 6 beers here, you're only allowed to buy 4, because you're not a responsible adult or anything. It is insanity. And I love the beverages. Like, every barbecue or dinner party I've been to in the last year and a half, people don't bring wine anymore. They bring edibles, they bring the weed beverages. And it's like, okay, it's like 2 or 3 drinks, and in an hour or 2, I'm going to be okay. No hangover, no sugar rush, no. It's very civilized. But according to the rules, it's terrible, and we're all going to turn into meth heads and can't be trusted. So how does an industry that's not allowed to market itself, it's not allowed to say this strain is good for your back or this strain will make you sleep well? It's just like, you're only allowed this, and then you must go.
It's so stupid. It's so bizarre.
You know what
it's so bizarre.
You walk out to the car, drop off what you've bought, come back and buy your limit again. Like, what's the deal? It's so stupid and arbitrary.
It really is arbitrary. And you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, you'd go in and say, I'm going to buy this 15 pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon. And they're like, actually, no, you're only allowed to buy 4 at a time. That's just insanity. But let's talk about the psychedelics too, because in that lane, having those conversations with all the companies that you've brought to First Glance with Jody Vance, I've been educated on a lot of the benefits of psilocybin and the other derivatives that are part of magic mushrooms, and how they can legitimately help in the mental health side of things. And then salt, because why?
Because government says, again, you're not adult enough to go out to Third Beach and take a drop or two. Look, I'm evidence of the improvements psychologically of taking a little bit of psilocybin, opening your brain a little bit, dropping your defenses, and actually having a legitimate look at yourself, instead of just repeating the same mistakes over 40 years, to sort of actually see yourself as you really are for a second and do a little bit of work, right? For the last year, I've once a month maybe go out, have a little mushrooms, have a good experience, and get a little closer to where I want to be in life. And I want everyone to have that. Like, I want to do that with my grandmother.
I want to do that, but I'm too chicken, because I don't want to just take a mushroom that I don't know what's in it, and I don't know what the dose is, and it's not been tested. I have no idea what this is. Yeah. And a lot of people in my world, in my circle, I've watched people enjoy mushrooms in a way that is freeing and beautiful and fun, and they have a great time. I'm just, like I said before, I'm that mushy middle moderate. That's a little bit. Yeah. I want to know, like, even when I have that tequila drink, I kind of know how that shot of tequilas or 2 might interact with me. I know I can't have 2 or 3 of those without feeling, really out of my own comfort zone. Yeah. I'd like to know what that is in the psilocybin space, but it's hard. So regulated, it's difficult. So it makes it hard on the market.
You know what it also is? It's been decriminalized. So there are mushroom dispensaries all over Vancouver that will deliver you edibles to your door the next day, or microdosed capsules, or whatever you want. So
I think that's what I want. The microdose.
That's what you want.
I think I want to just dip my toe in the pool. But why can't that, in the society that we're lucky enough to live in here in Canada, why can't our government get out of its own way on this?
I mean, conservatives, really. Right. Like, nobody wants to lose 5% of the vote because they gave 30% of the voters something better. No one really takes the long-term view of this, where, hey, we legalize weed, and all the conservatives were like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? There's going to be panic in the streets. You know what? There's more people not getting hungover. That's pretty much it. There's more Doritos being sold. So why not just make it so that we can do what we want? Honestly, if you do try it, 0.5 milligram of anything is just going to give you like a 2-drink buzz, and you should be fine. You're not going to see dragons coming out of the sky. You're not.
Please, no dragons. No, 0.5 milligram.
You need to go 2 or 3 milligrams for that, but 0.5 milligram.
I don't want that. That's the sweet spot. Okay, just before I let you go, because I mean, we're already out of time. I can't believe it. Canadian markets, resource heavy, lots of resource talk on First Glance with Jody Vance as well. I mean, we have to be looking around the world right now and saying, hey, where are all of the pieces of the green energy puzzle going to come from when China has kind of cornered the market on that? They're not our best friends these days.
And no one's our best friends these days. The guys living downstairs from us are having a bit of a party right now, and it's not going well for them.
No, it's not.
Look, I can only tell you that I don't move my RSP very often, but I've moved my RSP heavily into gold. And I think uranium is going to be sort of something to watch. But I think that commodities, if you look at how far they've dropped, a lot of companies are trading below cash, and it doesn't make any sense. And we might be into an extended downturn, but I honestly believe that some of these companies there's just nowhere south for them to go. So I'm keeping my powder dry, more or less. I've got a lot of cash just sitting, waiting to be used. Mm-hmm. And I tend to be one who's like, the second guy in the pool, not the first guy in the pool when it starts going up. But I think I think commodities are going to be something where there's going to be a genuine move forward when there's a move forward.
Equity.Guru is where you find more Chris Parry, always available on the markets, always available on your social media as well. He
Always
is
available on Third Beach on a Friday night.
apparently on Third Beach with a couple of milligrams of
right next to the drum circle.
Hilariously fabulous. It always goes by too quickly. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks, and let's make this more regular. I keep saying that every time we connect, but it goes by way too fast for me. Okay.
Well, we're getting to the point where we can actually go to the ballpark now and have a hot dog and a beer.
I'm down. Let's go. I'm feeling the Equity Guru outing for sure. A little at the Nat. We'll get that. What's that guy's name again? What's that sports dude's name?
The next wrestling event we're putting on is at Nat Bailey Stadium in August.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right,
okay.
done.
I got a reason. Okay, peace out, man.